Right, so I've been through a parent breakdown, which wasn't very nice. Yeah, I was a bit crap when I was growing up. Didn't really know anything. Yeah, I probably think that was probably the biggest experience of my life. Was caused a lot of my problems and probably fixed a lot of my problems as well, and made me look at life differently and choose to pick certain path in life, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. A parent relationship breakdown is massive on anybody, I think, especially as a child. So, yeah, it's had a massive impact on me. It's made me realise that we don't always have to choose to live the way we thought was normal. Um, it's made me realise that you have to accept that everybody's different and we all have different experiences at different times in our life. God, I don't know, I feel nervous. Yeah, it's had its negative impacts on me, but as I've got older, it's definitely impacted me differently, and it's made me choose different ways of living and letting the past go, and it's made me learn how times change and that we are all individual people. Yeah, and I think we're just responsible for our own choices in life and how we deal with things, and you know, whether it's positive or negative. But childhood experiences, I think they do play a big part on your life for a very long time. So I'm 41 now, so, you know, I was a young mum at 17. I had 3 kids. Always tried to bring them up and live a life that I never had, but it doesn't always work like that. Yeah, it's a long time soul searching, I think, when you're young. But even at 41, I always still look back at the past, and I think like it can hinder things if you choose to let it hinder things. But I think forgiveness is a lot to do with your past, because your past affects your present affects the future. But you have got to live at this moment, I think. You can't live in the past or the future. You can't blame anyone for anything. Yeah, you just got to make your own choices in life, I think. I don't know. Oh, it's a bit. I think my lowest moment definitely would have been I met my children's dad when I was 15. Fell in love, but it wasn't what I wanted. But I think because I didn't have no security during my childhood and as much love as I wanted, the girl's dad gave me all of that, but he wasn't really what I wanted for the rest of my life. And we went our separate ways because I come to an age where I think I realised that, well, he gave me the confidence I needed. He was an amazing dad, fantastic partner, but we just wasn't really suited. And we went our separate ways, and I was struggling on my own with my 2 daughters. I wasn't working because I wasn't brought up like that. I was just brought up as a child to just go out and play, and I didn't really know to the extent how serious life really was until I was about 20, 24, I think, and we went our separate ways. I was on my own, and I was struggling with the kids. my decisions I made, the past 10 years with the girls' dad, my past growing up with my parents. And yeah, I nearly gave up my house. I was going to send the girls up my mum's. And yeah, I was going to check out because I thought, well, I didn't know what I thought. I was only 25. But that was my lowest moment. And yeah, I had but do you know what? My mum was in a better place because she moved on from my dad. And I had a fantastic sister, great friends. And they all pulled me through it. And yeah, well, I probably wouldn't be here now if it weren't for them lot. But yeah, you think it's the end, but it's not. It's just, I think it's just being young and thinking about the past all the time. Yeah, it's a funny old life. It was definitely my mum and my sister who helped me get back up. They were there for me when times were bad. Yeah, and I don't know, I just remember looking in the mirror and thinking, nothing matters. You just need to sort yourself out, and it is what it is. And in darkest times, if I hadn't have gone through them moments, I wouldn't be sat here now. And I don't know, I do believe there is a God and he's watching over us. And yeah, I used to pray to God. I bought a cross off eBay once from America. It's about this big. No, because I was in a bad place and I didn't have nowhere to turn. And I remember going to an old cathedral in the town centre where I grew up. And I sat in the back of the church on a bench and I was just like, please, Lord, help me. Like, at a point in my life, I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I was the only person going through this feeling, this thing. But yeah, I think faith got me through it, and hope, and believing that there is something out there that's there when you desperately need it, when you call for help. There's definitely something there. So I'd like people to understand that it's okay to be young, lost, not know the answers to anything, and to not dwell on the past or wish things were different, because everyone's lives are different. Nobody's perfect. My mum and dad had a job to do with us lot growing up, and I'm sure they've done their best, even though I think they could have done better. But the experiences I had growing up have shaped the way I've dealt with my life and what I tolerate with my children, my relationships, my family, friends, associates, peers, just anything. I think in life it's not all about materialistic or money, or it's about unconditional love, I think, and trying to do your best even when you feel like it's not good enough. Yeah, just that really. God, what makes me proud? My kids. I've got 3 children. I've got a pretty good family. They're not all doom and gloom and bad, but yeah, I'm proud of positivity that I have learned. I'm proud about believing that life is not always bad and that we go through different stages in our life. And we learn at different times, and that mental health is probably a big thing as well. But I do think at different points in your life, you think differently, you deal with things differently. But yeah, it's got to be my kids I'm most proud of. Well, and myself, yeah, because I could have chose to go down a different path, and I could have let pessimism and negativity consume me, but I chose not to. I chose to do my best in life, and I'm glad I've done that, because I do think positivity breeds positivity. So when you believe you're good enough, I think good things do come to those people who believe that it's not all that bad, life ain't. Being authentic means to me to just be yourself, regardless of who's around you. Don't let anybody judge you. They say only God can judge, but I think God is within all of us, so we only judge ourselves. And I think being authentic is actually quite liberating, being yourself. And even if you see people around you that don't like it, then it's really not your problem, because you only live once. And it's nice to see authentic people all the time doing their own thing and behaving how they like, because it's a nice, gentle reminder that authenticity is still out there in people, but it's disappearing. I've noticed it's hard to. Yeah, I'm happy with who I am, the choices I've made, and yeah, I'm just letting life see where it takes me. I'm a big believer that there's more to life than just being sat here with with people, and that, yeah, I'm not very good with interviews. I've shared my story because I'm sat in a beer garden close to my house. I've just come back off a lovely holiday with my mum and my son. It's an experience I've never had. It was an opportunity for me to spend time with my mum, to get to know her better, and for her to get to know me better. And I do have a few days off work, and I've met you too. And yeah, you've caught me a bit off guard, but yeah, I'm open to these random things in life which just happen unexpectedly. So I see it as a bit of a divine intervention, and that's the reason why I'm doing this, because I think God has probably put another little task in front of me to achieve and to prove to myself that you can just be yourself, even in the click of a finger, off guard, in the middle of nowhere in your life. I would probably say to anybody that's going through life questioning their past, their present, or worrying about their future, to maybe just not worry about the future or what's going on now, or worry about the past. Just try and be the best person you can be. Try and be genuine. Don't be judgmental. I think being judgmental is one of the biggest problems we got in this life. And just accept that everybody, they are who they are. None of us are perfect. And yeah, just try and enjoy the moment, and just be honest and grateful, and appreciate the fact that we're alive and we're here now. And, tomorrow's not promised to us. So what's the point in worrying about the future? At one point, I was ready to check out of this wonderful life, because it is a wonderful life. It doesn't matter which part of the globe you're on, I don't think. I think we all got the same mental health and the same questions, the same whys, the same, what ifs. And yeah, I just, yeah.
Your job?
Yeah,
It's a big
and
achievement for you.
back when I was younger, I never thought I would be where I am now. So if I'd have known then what I know now, I could have dealt with things a lot better. But times were different back 20 years ago. And I think when you're young and you're starting out in life, it's hard to think about the future, and especially when you're at a time where you struggle to cope, and yes, everything's hard. But yeah, my greatest achievement is not giving up, really, and having the right positive people around you and support and getting you through them hard times. And yeah. But if I could tell myself, my younger self, something, it would be to have more confidence, believe in yourself, and just try not to worry about anything at all or what anyone thinks or says, and just be yourself, and you will attract the right people in your life. And yeah, just have a bit of confidence, I think. This is the most random moment in my life.